So you Johnny Harrison. Mr. Harrison, you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Officers observed the defendant failing to maintain a single lane and braking in the middle of the road for no apparent reason. A traffic stop was initiated. The officers observed red eyes, slurred speech, and an odor of an alcoholic beverage. The defendant stated he had consumed 1 beer and standard field sobriety tests were conducted. HGN was 6 out of 6. The defendant advised he had neuropathy in both feet and thus did not perform the walk and turn or one-leg stand. During the inventory of the vehicle, officers discovered 2 bottles of vodka in the car, 1 empty and 1 half full, and a cup with an alcoholic mixture next to the center console of the car.
So alcohol in the car while driving?
Yes, Your Honor. And the defendant was read the DIC and consented to breath. The results were 0.227 and 0.226.
Mr. Harrison, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm now ordering you as a condition of your bond not to drive any vehicle. Do you understand? Because it's a second offense, I'm also ordering you to obtain a handheld interlock device that you're going to take with you everywhere you go to prove to me that you're not consuming alcohol. If I find that you're consuming alcohol, I'm going to put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. I'm going to advise you now that I'm sending notice to DPS that they're aware that any vehicle you drive is supposed to have an interlock. So if you're caught driving a vehicle and it doesn't have an interlock on it, they will put you in jail and then you're in violation of these conditions. Do you understand?
Sorry, I have a question.
Shoot.
This type of thing where I had that before, and I didn't do well with the interlock because I had to keep changing my battery. Like it kept killing my battery. So I got in trouble the first time. So they gave me that thing where I had to blow into it. I take it. I did it like 3 times a day.
You're not allowed to drive from this day forth. Do not drive. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. You will get a handheld portable device that you're taking with you everywhere you go to prove to me that you're not consuming alcohol. Do you understand? If you consume alcohol, you will go to jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand? All right, I'm going to have you come up, swear to us that you're not going to drive. I'm going to get you to Victoria to sign a reset. Eventually, you'll get with pre-chopper your bond conditions, and then after that, we'll get you out of here to go hire a lawyer. Don't wait, because if you wait too long to hire a lawyer, you're only hurting yourself. I would get on it quick. Please. Good morning, Ms. Hewitt. Ms. Hewitt, you're charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
All right, may I get a cause number for this one?
2533861.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Officers were dispatched to a Burger King in Harris County, Texas, in response to a trespasser. The complainant stated the defendant would not leave the property and was causing a disturbance and filming employees. The defendant stated she was there to talk to an employee that she said had assaulted her. Earlier that same day, the defendant had already been told to leave by an officer because she was causing a disturbance. Officers checked and did not find any reports of assault involving the 2 parties or that location involving the defendant. The defendant agreed with officers that she had been asked to leave earlier that day and still returned.
She had prior notice not to be there, and then she came back.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Hewitt, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Are you working at this point?
No, sir, I'm disabled.
How do you support yourself? Okay. Did you want to apply for an appointed lawyer, ma'am?
Sure.
Okay. I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to go back to this Burger King.
No.
Do not go back. Otherwise, I'm going to revoke your bond, put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds from us. Do you understand? Okay. I need you to fill out an application for me. I will take a look at it, and assuming you qualify, then I'll appoint your lawyer today. So we're going to give you the application. We'll have you sign a reset, and then I'm going to have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. Do not leave until you sign the bond conditions. And the Are you Trey Jackson?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Jackson, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
On October 12th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a stranded vehicle call at West Town, Houston in Harris County, Texas. The officer observed the defendant behind the wheel of a running vehicle and to be unresponsive. The officer made many attempts to wake the defendant and was unsuccessful. The defendant finally woke up after the officer knocked on the window for some time, and the defendant observed lethargy, slow speech, glossy eyes, an odor of an alcoholic beverage, and poor balance. The defendant stated he got off work and drank some Black Label. Standard field sobriety tests were administered. HGN was 4 out of 6, walk and turn 3 out of 8, and one leg stand 0 out of 4. The defendant was read the DIC and consented to breath. The results were 0.094 and 0.095.
Did you see any prior DWIs?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Jackson, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Do you have a valid Texas driver license?
Eligible, Your Honor.
All right. Do you have valid liability insurance in your name?
I'll be on it probably Thursday or Friday.
Until you have it, I'm ordering you not to drive. Show me that you have insurance in your name, and then I'll allow you to drive. But until that point, do not drive. Are you on probation or parole at this time?
No.
Okay. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond also not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or any kind of illegal drugs, I'll revoke your bond, put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. You understand? What do you do for a living, sir?
I'm general manager at a pizza spot.
How much money do you make a month?
About 18 to 1900.
As a GM for,
Yeah, small.
okay. Did you want to apply for an appointed lawyer?
Could I please?
Yeah.
Until I can.
I'm happy that you're working. Great. Yeah. But seriously, don't drive until you get insurance. Show me that you have insurance and then I'll take this off and we'll let you drive. Okay. Don't drive until that point. I don't want to have to put you in jail. All right. Do you mind giving an application? I'm going to give you an application. First, I'm going to have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. Then I'll get you the Victoria sign a reset. And then we'll have you take us in the jury box while we find your lawyer. Okay. All right. Give me a second. Let me get this done. Angie Martinez. Ms. Martinez, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, man.
Yes, Judge. On October 12th, 2024, the officer was dispatched to an assault. The complainant, the defendant's spouse, stated that he was watching a sports game when the defendant started verbally arguing with him and hit him with her hand. The complainant reflexively hit the defendant with his hand. Then the defendant hit him with a full beer can in the face. The officer observed swelling around the complainant's right eye and nose, and the officer noted signs of intoxication from both parties.
To have contact with her.
Your Honor, let me see if the rip was performed. It was. Let me see real quick.
And did you talk to this person, the complaining witness by chance, Ms. Martinez's case?
Your Honor, this is a domestic violence case, a DVD case, so.
So, hey, you're here. This is Angie Martinez. Thank you for being here. So my question to you is, do we know whether he wants to continue to have contact with her or not?
I do, Judge. I spoke with him this morning. He asked that there be contact, as well as the residency restriction removed so that she can return to the house.
Prior assault that she has, it's not against him, is it?
No, Judge.
Okay, Ms. Martinez, like I said, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or any kind of illegal drugs, I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand? It appears that on the 13th, they issued a protective order in this case. I would get to know it. If you do something to violate that protective order, the state can and will file additional charges against you, and then things will go sideways real quick. Get to know it. Do not violate the protective order in any way. I am ordering you not to have any threatening or harassing contact with the complaining witness in this case. You need to understand that what is threatening or harassing doesn't matter what you think. We could care less what you think, how you feel. It's what he perceives. So can conduct in and of itself, if I go like this, is that threatening or harassing? It is. So conduct, even without spoken word, can violate this court order. Do you understand? As long as you don't consume alcohol or illegal drugs, hopefully that will be the end of it. I saw Mr. Wytek here earlier.
He is here.
Did you talk to him at all or no?
Yes.
Okay. Did you get a date from him?
No, I'll just wait for him to come back.
So yeah, we'll wait for him to come back. So at this time, I'm going to have you sign a reset with Victoria. After that, we'll have you take your seat in the jury box. Can you file no threatening, harassing, and no weapons, please?
Yes, Judge.
We're going to have you sign these bond conditions as well. Well, you know what? Don't worry about it because she's going to be monitored. You don't need to do it. We'll do it through pretrial.
Yes, Judge.
We'll have you then meet with pretrial and then we'll have you wait for your lawyer to get here.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
All right. Good morning, Mr. McElroy. Mr. McElroy, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On October 10th, 2024, the officer conducted a traffic stop for a failure to signal in Harris County, Texas. The officer made contact with the defendant, and the officer observed a strong odor of marijuana. The defendant was pat down for officer safety, and the officer found a plastic baggie containing a green leafy substance inside the defendant's left front pocket. The substance was known to be marijuana based on the officer's training experience. A canine was contacted for an open-air sniff of the motor vehicle, and a PC search was conducted. The officer located a handgun inside the glove compartment of the vehicle. The defendant stated the handgun was his.
Got it. Mr. McElroy, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. You have a valid Texas driver license.
Yes, sir.
Can you run his license, please? Do you have liability insurance in your name?
Full coverage.
Okay. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of weapons. I'm not going to put any other conditions on your bond. Just be careful and do not pick up any new cases.
Okay, thank you.
What do you do for a living, sir?
I do Uber and I'm studying to be a sock analyst.
Okay. Do you have an income?
Income? Yeah, once I become a sock analyst, I kind of want to live off the grid.
What do you mean by that?
Like, I want to get an RV and just live on travel.
Okay.
And Your Honor, he is eligible.
Okay. Don't drive until you have insurance. Watch. What's that one show where they go to Alaska and they live all crazy?
I have insurance.
Less than zero?
I have insurance.
Martinez?
You have insurance? Because I asked you, you said you don't have
I
insurance.
have full coverage. Yes, sir.
Oh, you do have,
Yeah.
okay, you can continue to drive, but just be careful, don't have any weapons, all right?
Okay.
So do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, if you have any issues, come back, talk to me, and we can talk about appointing a lawyer, okay? We'll give you time, we'll give you 30 days as well. Just be careful, don't pick up any new cases. Can you file no weapons, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
So for now, I'm gonna have you sign a reset. After that, I'll have you take your seat in the jury box. We'll have you sign the reset and then you'll be free, or sign the bond conditions, then you'll be free to go,
Okay.
okay? Javante Myers Kerney. Mr. Myers Kerney, you're charged with criminal mischief. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Yes, Judge. On October 10th, 2024, the officer was dispatched to an assault in progress in Harris County, Texas. The officer made contact with the complainant. The complainant stated the defendant, her ex-boyfriend, damaged her motor vehicle. The complainant stated she was in an argument with 3 different girls through text, and the defendant did not like that and got very upset. The complainant stated she asked the defendant to go outside to her car to grab some diapers, and the defendant started damaging the motor vehicle due to the motor vehicle not being unlocked. The complainant stated the defendant was smashing the windshield and kicking the doors. The damage was estimated to be approximately $1,000. The officer made contact with the defendant. The defendant stated the complainant doesn't need to press charges as they have a child together and that he is willing to pay for all the damages.
2019, burglar of a motor vehicle. 2022, evading arrest. 22, unlawful carrying of a weapon. 24, ag assault, possession of marijuana. I'm talking to you.
Yes, sir.
Possession of marijuana, another ag assault, another evading arrest, possession of a substance in a possession of a prohibited substance in a correctional facility, a fugitive case, and now a criminal mischief. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now 10. How old are you, Mr. Javante Myers Kerney?
23.
10 cases, and you're 23 years old. I'm sending you for a drug test right now because I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. You must come right back after that drug test. If you fail to go to the drug test, if you fail to come back, I'm going to make your bond so high. Do you understand? You are not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case, not to be in possession of any weapons, or go within 500 feet of.
Your Honor, just so the court's aware, you're currently on probation out of Lumpkin County as well
What?
for engaging in organized criminal activity.
What else does he have at accounting,
Kennedy?
Steph?
Police history right now, Your Honor. Judge, it looks like he had some juvenile history out of Fort Bend for theft.
So that's how many? Okay, so there's 11, 12 for the engaging case. What else?
That looks like it for the actual file cases, Judge.
Yes, well, because there was also a theft of a firearm in Angleton as well as
13,
a theft of a firearm out of Galveston.
14, 23 years old and 14 cases. You're on probation for a third-degree felony, and now you've picked up a criminal mischief. I'm going to put an ankle monitor, and I'm giving you a curfew of 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., and I'm going to have you come here twice a week to prove to me that you're not consuming alcohol or illegal substances. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
One false move, holy moly. So let's send him for a drug test right now, and then. Mr. Myers Kerney, do you know how hard this life is without money? Do you have any clue?
Sir.
Don't, because you have no clue. You don't care about your future, but just wait. You've got 14 cases on your background now. All you're doing, you're making your life impossible to live for the next 30 years of your life. Because when people see this, what do you think they're thinking? Do you have a job now?
Yes, sir. I work for my phone. It's just temporary job though. Just
Doing what?
I answer dealing with the voting right now. People that doing the voting. I just answer the call, see if they voting. Answer a couple questions that's on my little list. Ask them a couple questions that's on my little
You're
list.
working for?
It's just my brother girlfriend. Her name Ebony. She worked at this it's called. I can bring all the paperwork. I can show everything about it. I just forgot the name of it. But I worked through her. This is a temp job for her. Like I basically her assistant, just answering her phone by people that's voting, writing their name down, stuff, giving the information to her so she can file it. And I can bring all the information for you though, just to verify and show you that.
what I actually do. And I actually had a job working as a temp for Danny's group. If you ever knew what that was, at Igloo out there, Katy. Igloo, just work at that company.
Did you graduate from high school?
No, sir, I got my GED though. I'm working to get my GED right now in my
No.
West House.
No. I asked you if you graduated
Say
from
no.
high school. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Did you get your GED?
We're getting it out. I'm in the process of it right now.
We are going to work on that together right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set your case off and I want you to show me what you have done to get your GED. I'm making that a condition of your bond that you get your GED. And if you don't do anything, it's not going to go well between you and I. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys, if we can send them now for a test, you're to come right back. Take a seat for me.